Welcome to Balance Edge Media. I'm Kevin Hawkins. In the following videos, I'm going to teach you how to tie the figure 8 knot. The figure 8 knot is used primarily in vertical environments for two reasons. One, it's easy to recognize and it retains a high strength in the rope. For this reason, we use a lot of the figure 8 knots. The figure 8 actually comes in many different forms. We call it the family of 8s. The very first knot is the actual figure 8. If you tie with me, wrap around the standing end, take your working end, wrap around the standing end, and go through the loop. This creates an obvious figure 8 going through, okay? This is the basic knot, which all the other family of 8s will build off of. I'll do that again. Wrap around the standing end, put the working end through the loop, and it creates the basic figure 8. The next knot we're going to learn is the figure 8 follow through. Now the figure 8 follow through is a knot that starts with the figure 8, okay, just like this. Then you take a second piece of rope and you actually braid through this knot with this other rope. So I'm going to follow my working end here. Let's throw the standing end over. It's going to follow up this working end and around the back side of our standing end, like so, okay? Notice that I'm following. Now I'm going down behind these two, like so. Then I'm going to go around the front like this and then back out through the top. Now if you notice that the knot is actually following through the other knot. This is called the figure 8 follow through. Okay? This can be tied with a different piece of rope or the same rope, doesn't matter. But the point is it's fed through. It's weaved back around and through to create almost a double knot in there. This is a very strong knot. The next knot we're going to learn is the figure 8 on a bite. So take your rope, create a bite in it. Take that, now simply tie a figure 8 around and through the loop you've already created. This creates a knot that has a clippable loop on the end, something you can tie to, clip to, something like that, okay? Now this becomes really important at this stage that you learn how to dress your knots. Now to dress a knot means that the fibers of the ropes actually lay exactly where they're supposed to lay in the knot. If you look here closely, this knot is not dressed because it actually crosses over this piece, crosses over the back piece. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change it up a little bit by working that loop around so that these fibers, these two ropes, actually lay right along with each other. It keeps the plane of these two ropes together, that it doesn't twist or do anything like that, okay? The second part of a dress knot is that it's tight. A loose knot is not a properly dressed knot. So it's important that it stays nice and tight, and that is your figure 8 on a bite. One more time. Tie it one more time for you. Take a bite of rope, drop it down, go around the standing end, make a full turn now. Full turn, so it looks like that. Make sure it's dressed by moving any twists out towards the ends. Set the knot by tightening it, and there you have the figure 8 on a bite. The last knot in the family of 8s that we're going to learn is the directional figure 8. Now this knot can be confusing, so make sure you've mastered the other figure 8 knots before you get to this one. Okay? I'm going to loop my rope over and actually make a cross. Okay? So this standing end up here, take the working end and make a nice big loop like that. Then keep this plane of this rope here, this loop, keep this loop flat and drop it down, then run around the standing end and through the hole you've created. What this creates is actually a figure 8 with a loop that's in the direction of the rope. Now the advantage to this knot is that you can weight the rope this way with a weight on this end as well as weight this, so it can have two directions. The weakness in this knot is it's not allowed to be pulled against the direction it is. You see how the knot failed there? It's only designed to go in the direction that it's tied, like this. Okay? This one takes practice, so stay with it. Tying it the other direction so that the knot goes the other way. We drop down, wrap around, keeping this flat, around and through the hole we've created. Okay? And this creates the directional figure 8. All the figure 8 knots are very strong knots. They retain a large amount of the original rope strength, and they're also very easy to tie and recognize. We love these in the vertical world, rescue. They're just a really good knot, all around knot. A good knot to have in your repertoire.